Last we left off, you all had completed your museum heist and were back at Dalrin's underground hideout. But things didn't exactly go off without a hitch. You met some unsavory types, possibly more so than yourselves, in the sewers below Galen. You seemed to stumble upon some sort of ritual and decided to intervene. You attacked the magic users and began dispatching them, but not before they were able to summon a couple of monsters from the circle on the ground they'd been performing the ritual over. Quinran recognized one of them as a hellhound, while the other remains a terrifying mystery. You all dealt with your problems in the sewer and then headed to the museum, having no trouble getting inside thanks to some nimble work by Finnegan earlier that day. Getting to the Ivory Arm itself, however, would prove more difficult. After some work to distract the guard, Finnegan rushed in to grab the arm and seemed to make it there with no problem. Then, suddenly, a section of floor sinks slightly as he stepped on it, and a large blade juts from the wall and comes crashing down on you, alerting the guards in the room. Suddenly, on your way out, already hurt from the trap, 2 arrows find purchase in your torso, and you fall unconscious.
Nailed it.
Luckily, thanks to the quick and tactful response of your friends, you managed to get Finn back up and get back to the sewer before being caught. Now back at Dalrin's with the job complete, you all do some celebrating and enjoy yourselves a bit. But with only days before Gorna's big fight, there isn't much time to be had. So, quick question. Did you all finish leveling up last time?
Yeah,
Yes.
finished leveling. I just forgot to pick my 5th spell.
Okay, that's fine.
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay, cool. So there's a couple of days, like I said, before the fight. You all are now back. You are celebrating and reveling at the bar with Dalrin and a couple of the other
Where's my short ass?
members.
Oh, I see me on the bench.
Yep, this is just currently staged, just for looks at the moment,
Trying to
because it
appreciate
looks
the
nice.
staging.
This
Looks
is
really good.
This is the ring. This is this is Dalrin's office. That's the fight pit, and then the rest of the underground hideout extends out in other directions. I just don't have all of the resources to do.
Pretty much how I pictured it.
That's the fight ring.
Yeah.
That's the bar.
Looks really awesome.
Very nice.
Everyone, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
30-20.
5.
9.
First roll's good and strong.
14.
I am perceiving.
18.
18. Garuk, definitely, and I would say also Quinran. You both notice that even though you haven't been here too much, you got a pretty good look at everybody that's been in here so far, and everyone's got a pretty distinct look to them here in this place, which is a little unfortunate for people who are trying to hide out. But you all seem to have got them pretty nailed down. But you are starting to notice 1 or 2 new faces down here.
How many people are usually down here?
Hundreds.
Like a lot, right?
Hundreds. There's-
1 billion bad guys.
That's right.
Wait,
there
are
is a
we the
veritable
bad
I just kind of
city
envisioned it.
We
as-
are
We're not in
morally
church.
gray.
I mean, hundreds is what I kind of imagine it as.
not hundreds.
We mean
it's not
well.
quite that large.
We
of a
mean
city.
well.
It
Excellent.
is pretty big. I would say that taking a quick look around, at any given time, there is probably 30 to 50 people roaming around down here, not including not including the bartender, the people that run the stalls down here, not including any of the serving staff that might be down here.
Not including kindness.
Just not including kindness. No. Other than that, there's probably 30 to 50 people down here at any given time, coming in and out, moving in and out, things moving in and around. It's a fairly good size operation, but it's not too awfully big, because if you get too big, you got to expand, and it's difficult to do underground.
Plus, if you get too big, it can get sloppy.
Yeah, somebody's gonna leak something. Somebody gets drunk, runs their mouth.
But you are noticing that there is 1 or 2 new faces down here. Let's see. You notice there are 2 Dragonborn that you've never seen before down here currently.
Okay.
Those must be Gorna's opponent, maybe, and someone with them.
I kind of feel bad for them.
So one of the Dragonborn that you see is a bronze Dragonborn. He is walking with a golden Dragonborn. The bronze Dragonborn has no tail.
Ouch.
You notice.
It's okay, those things grow back.
I was about to say, do they not grow back?
They don't actually.
Sucks to suck.
Oh, that's lizard folk, that's right.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a whole different group of people.
Oops.
They do not grow back.
That probably didn't tickle.
You said one of them is bronze.
Yep, one is bronze, one is gold.
Shiny.
I assume you're pointing this out.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of hard not to sort of be like, hey, look at the giant dude over there who's missing a very large chunk of him. And he still has more mass than I could ever dream of having.
Are Dragonborns really big?
These 2 particular Dragonborn are quite big.
They are typically larger than a very tall human and weigh on average of 300-ish pounds. So they're not small.
No. Okay. Cool.
A little over 6 foot tall, almost 300.
And the bronze one you notice is a considerable bit bigger. The one missing the tail is considerably bigger than the golden one is. Gorna.
Mm-hmm.
Now that these are pointed out, give me a straight intelligence roll.
Oh boy, these are the best rolls.
Please. Or better yet, make an investigation check, actually. That would, make an investigation check.
The luck is on your side.
5.
5. There's some big Dragonborns.
They sure are.
There's some big people.
Wow, tall.
Something
Can I talk to him?
something strikes you. Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna just walk him and be like, "You're tall."
Which one? But just both of them?
Yeah.
Okay,
Just look at both of them.
You're gonna get eaten. You're gonna be crunchy.
They're both gonna look down, and the
It might be nice.
the bronze one looks down and says, "You are very short." When you look up, he's got bandage from about the midsection down to his waist, where it's then covered in almost like a burlap shorts kind of look. The rest of him is completely uncovered. He doesn't seem to have much on him. The gold one, however, is wearing he's wearing cloth on top and cloth on the bottom, but you see no armor and no weapons or anything like that.
Okay.
Right,
I'm gonna-
because Dalton doesn't trust him.
I'm gonna
Not yet. Anyway.
nonchalantly be like, "So you two here for the fight?"
The gold one looks down and says, "Yes, we are. Are you here for the fight?"
I'm gonna
And
be
just
like-
kind of squints a little bit.
And I'm just gonna be like, "Yep, I'm Gorna. I'm one of the fighters."
Do I hear him say that?
Make a perception check.
Oh my god!
That's laying on an
That's
edge.
a quarter, yeah.
Perception.
I'm getting in this dude's head.
You gotta get his belly.
13.
Yeah, you hear him. Yeah,
Okay.
You absolutely hear him say that.
Is that a deception? Or is that
Uh,
just...
Yeah, I would say you would absolutely have to make a deception check to.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect, he
I
said.
should nail that. Does an 8 do it?
That depends on what he rolls.
It does.
Wow.
I rolled already for that. I was anticipating the deception roll, but Gorna asked if she could hear Finnegan. So yeah, no, it does, and actually, hang on.
All right, I'm heading over there.
It does for one of them. Let me. Okay. The golden dragonborn looks down, kind of puts his hands on his hips, and he says, I thought, and the bronze dragonborn looks up for a second, and he elbows the golden one and says, "That's not Gorna. That's Gorna."
I'm Gorna.
You immediately, as he says that, you recognize the bronze dragonborn. He's another semi-famous pro-am wrestler. His name is Heish Ross, and he traveled in similar circuits.
How do you
as
spell
you.
that?
HEICHER''AS.
And that's which one? The gold one?
That's the bronze
The
dragonborn.
bronze one.
The one without the tail.
Heish.
And they both just sort of like push past you, Finnegan, like they've stopped talking to you basically altogether. And they sort of just like,
Yeah,
but
I'm
you
just
sort of like bounce
no
off-
respect.
You
That
sort
was a
of,
good one,
You
wasn't
sort of
it,
bounce
guys?
off thighs as they walk past. And,
Just like, oh.
I love it.
Hey, Sirash, you'll have to excuse my traveling companion.
you know him?
I do. He's been traveling with a group of people I've been traveling with. His name's Finnegan, and I won't say he's completely harmless, but like, don't worry about him. Case in point.
The golden dragonborn leans in and says, "He's not fighting, is he?"
No.
I would feel so bad.
Yeah, he'd be crushed into paste instantly.
I can hear this.
Yeah,
You can.
Yeah, they're not whispering very loud.
They're just
very
talking
quietly.
about you right in front of you.
It's not an insult.
I told you. You'd
It's
be
just
crunchy.
the reality of the
I
situation.
think I could hold my own against this guy.
Heish says, "Well,
You could not.
we just got here. Have you been here long?"
I've been around the area for a while. Yeah, now, what have we been here? Like 2 weeks? I don't remember how long we've been here.
Time
Like-
flies when you're fucking around.
Right, we've been playing for 16
You've been
weeks.
in
I have
Cetera for
I have
months.
no
a
idea.
a couple months now.
No, I meant like in
Galen.
in Galen.
A month.
Has it been
I
a
was
month?
about to say we were
Yeah,
here
because
for a
when you
while,
got
and we
here,
took
your
a
and then
week
we
contract
off.
left,
told you it would be
and
about
then we
3
came.
weeks. So you
It's been about a
About
month.
a month,
So
yeah.
yeah, a little while. It's approximately 3 weeks, with not
Yeah.
counting the 1 week we had to go lay low in the Rhine.
right? Yeah. Well, that's yeah. But he says, "Oh, a month. Well, we don't have much time before the fights, but if you have a suggestion for where to get food."
Yes, absolutely. There.
Ivory goat in the Rhine.
Well,
Hey, trip.
He says,
That
"Where's
might be
the
a little-
Rhine?"
it's like 2 days from here. I told you
Oh.
maybe you shouldn't always.
Somewhere in
Finnegan.
town.
Sorry, I'll just go knock on something and I'll just walk away.
Something.
I've probably screwed this interaction up enough.
You're doing great, buddy. Where is it that we were eating here in this ridiculous city?
Oh shit! I didn't write down your.
The
orchid, radiant orchid, I think.
the Radiant Orchid? Was that
I
it?
needed the olive pit.
Radiant Orchard's in.
Orchard,
Orchard's
that's
in, there you
it.
We just kept calling it the
yeah.
orchid.
Yeah. Yeah. No orchids, orchards.
Orchards.
Radiant
Orchards. It's been long enough. I
There's a
legitimately
theme.
forgot this time.
I would recommend the Radiant Orchard.
Well, all right. Where is that?
I'll tell him where in the city it is.
All right, cool.
Is it by the museum?
It's by the museum.
Yeah.
It is near the museum. You're right. Thanks, Zilgrim.
Geo-guesser?
This is Zilgrim, by the way.
Hi.
Nice
Another
to meet you.
of the people I've been traveling with.
Also not fighting.
No. Oh, mercy, no.
Oh, mercy, no.
Can heal you up if you get some broken bones, though.
I was gonna say I'm even less fighting.
So vulnerable to birds.
We don't have proof of that.
Yeah.
You want to test it? Like,
Potentially very large birds. Yeah, I suppose that could pose a problem.
Just a really angry hawk. This one's just super.
Why would it?
Screw that.
It's not
There's
even
a
hungry.
few
It's just
others
mad at
too.
me.
Can I see like the others around? Or are they just
Yeah,
in
you're all
this
hanging out.
area?
You're all hanging out within the area, somewhere around the bar, near enough that you can see everyone.
I will introduce Shrosh to like. I'll point out the other people. I won't necessarily take him around, but I'm going to point out.
Okay. All right. So he goes around and you introduce him. He says hello to each of you, and he says, yes, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And he turns to you and he says, fighting?
Not this time, I'm afraid.
Garut could easily hold his own.
I thought, perhaps.
Have you ever considered it?
I have.
It's not a very exciting.
I'm
It's
not-
not a very glamorous life, but it is a lot of fun.
Oh, yes.
seems like your
The
religion's
the
kinda
wrestling
falling
circuit is
apart.
not quite the same as the fight pits that I'm used to, but it seems interesting.
If you ever want to give it a shot, I know a couple people who could get you in.
I might take you up on that.
So you're fighting here?
Oh, yes. Very much, yes.
Oh, okay then.
Yes, I received an invitation, around a month ago, but travel takes time.
Do you know of any of the other people who are fighting? Have you met anybody else?
This is, you're the first I've seen other than, my friend, Brutish here.
Oh, your friend, of course. How could I have forgotten to
Ah,
ask
yes.
who your friend is?
This is Brutish Barash. Brutish, this is Gorna. I don't need to introduce her, but this is Gorna. And Brutus says, it's wonderful to meet you. I'm coming up in a circuit similar to yours. And,
Very well, so we could also meet in the ring, huh?
yes, I am also fighting, and I look forward to it.
Alright, I'm gonna shake his hand.
They're very...
Looking forward to meeting you in the ring.
Both of them, for the way that they're dressed and the way that they look, they are they're weathered, scarred, and cracked in places. Both of them look like they've been through it, but both of them both maintain they both maintain an air of charm about them. They're both well spoken. They both seem really well mannered. And then right about that time, you hear from the steps up by where Kindness stands. I have arrived! And you look up as well as does everyone else, and Haish and Brutish both sort of put their hands in their
Seems like they got a fin
in
again
their
on
heads in their
hands.
hands. They lean over to you and they say, we'll be going to get some food now. And they both sort of slip off.
Hey,
And
wait,
walking
where you got...
down these stairs is someone that you don't recognize. It's a man wearing a cape and a hat with a lute on his back.
Ooh.
And he says, you may as well all give up now, Chet. The Chin Breesley is here, and I will be winning this tournament. Yes, I will.
Did he just call himself the Chin?
Chin.
The Chin.
Did you say his name was Chet?
Chet the Chin Breesley.
I fucking hate this guy.
I hope you.
What a fucking punch out name.
As he steps down off of the steps into the promenade, his arms are out. He's grinning ear to ear. He's got a cleft chin. He's got a strong jawline. You can't see under his hat, but you know there's perfectly coiffed hair under there. Like, this guy is just pompous and just total douchebag. Has a total air of cockiness about himself as he walks through. Hat's got a big feather in it. Big
Nice.
fucking flowy, peacocky feather.
I'm gonna stand up on my toes and whisper to Gorna, I always called those butt chins.
And right about
I'm laughing.
as he gets to the bottom of the
That's
steps
funny.
and takes a few steps in, he puts his hands on his hips, and then you see Haish and Brutish up the steps behind him to leave the olive pit.
Those bastards.
I'm going to turn to Gorna and say, the fuck is this knob?
I have no idea other than the knob assessment feels on point.
He overhears you and he says, "Come now, I'm sure you've all heard of Chet the Chin, greatest wrestler to come up and, well, ever. That's me. That's why I'm here, for you all to lose and bow down to me."
Nope, never heard
No
of
one
you.
here has
Not
ever heard
ever
of you.
heard of you, buddy. I've been wrestling for 10 years. Never heard of you at all.
Well, you will.
I
After
guess I
win.
just did.
Wait, is this your first time?
Well, it's all our first time
This
here.
guy's a fight virgin.
Just a second.
Fight for
Vicious mockery.
So he,
roll for grapple.
let me roll out Xanathar's guide real quick. I need to look at something. So he grins at you all, and so he starts to talk, and he starts to tell you of his exploits. "I've wrestled from hither to thither. I've wrestled in the Fae. I've wrestled in the realms beyond. I've wrestled in Wildmount. I've wrestled in Taldore. I've wrestled with bears and owlbears and bugbears. I've wrestled with goblins and hobgoblins." You notice there's a hobgoblin over at one of the tables that turns and looks at him. Gives him kind of a cross look. He says, "Why, I could wrestle the Tarask itself if it..." And
Then how come no one here has heard of you?
I need you all to make I need you all to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh god, we're gonna go fucking numb.
Are we taking psychic damage right now?
I am, for my roll.
Yep.
Wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throws, yes.
16.
16.
Dirty 20.
18.
4.
4. You two are just enamored. You're like, "Oh,
I like animals.
yeah, this guy's gonna be awesome.
A
This
bear
guy's
and
got..."
a bugbear?
Yeah, y'all don't know about this guy? Y'all never heard of this guy?
I'm
like,
so
suddenly
ashamed
you
of
all are
myself.
just standing.
I'm just a tiny
You are
idiot.
standing for Chet the Chin Breesley.
Wow.
Wait.
And
What do you mean?
and as
You
soon
just
as
said you never heard of this guy.
you
I
hear
have never heard of this
Garuk
guy,
say
but you should hear
say
of
something
this guy.
shady, and it offends you,
I feel like
and you have to you feel like you need to defend Chet with your words.
we might work. Well, I mean, I don't have any other way to like defend him.
Defend him with this gun.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I'm just
Thankfully.
gonna shake a
short guy.
mechanical bit at you. Like, calm down. He's seen a lot. Maybe he'll really do something. Maybe he'll surprise us.
And he says, "That's right. Maybe I will, but for now, I need my rest. I will be in my room." And he fops his cape, and he turns around, and he takes off for his...
Really? That's all? That's it? He did that? For that?
Can I use my mage hand to
No,
trip
I
him?
really do. I just say, well, was that it?
Yeah, he's
It's gone.
ignoring you entirely.
What a fucking knob.
You're gonna try and trip him?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Do I make an attack roll? Like,
So you're using Mage Hand. What is that? Does Mage Hand? It would be a.
it's just like a passive ability.
I would say.
Well, what's the rules on Mage Hand?
Yeah, I was gonna say. What does what is it? What does Mage Hand say? So it. Oh right. You know what? Go ahead and just roll a d20, and yeah, just roll straight d20. What?
11.
11. Yeah, I'd say. So you go to send the Mage Hand out to try and trip him, and it grabs hold of his shoe, and he just stumbles, and he stops and he shakes a little bit, and he flops his coat again, and he continues on to his room.
That's all I needed. Just had to show him he could bleed.
Not gonna lie, I kind of want to fight this dude.
I'm looking forward. Like I'm now
I
looking.
really
out there
I'm
fighting
looking
up.
forward to a fight more than I was before.
I hope you're fighting him.
So there are 4 fighters here now, and the end of this day is approaching rapidly. Haish and Brutish have returned from their meal. So far, Chet has not come out of his room again.
Thank God.
Where he belongs.
I don't know what the hell came over me, but I can't stand that douchebag.
Yeah, for a few minutes there, he did seem really cool.
You know, I didn't get that.
I don't know. He's wearing perfume or something.
So
He's wearing perfume or something.
later on, you all do realize that you all were under the effect of a spell. You
I was gonna
realize
say,
that.
I hope that I would be smart.
Yeah,
enough.
once so it wears off after an hour, and you do realize that, like, oh wait, shit, that motherfucker tricked us.
Was that some
Charm.
bartery?
He charmed him.
We've
Wait,
been
hold on.
had.
Yeah, was that charm?
No,
Okay.
no, it wasn't
You're immune
charmed.
to that,
All right.
aren't you?
Okay, no, I'm not immune, but I get advantage against being charmed.
No, this is
I was about to say, let me redact the last hour of my life if I get to.
right. Let me make sure, but no, this is not exactly charm. Let me make sure I've got this right.
Can you like roll an arcane check to see if you know anything about it, or arcana, I guess?
Yeah, book nerd.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I would know
Right,
anything
first
about that
off-
either.
I'm kind of a book nerd now too, I guess.
I'm sorry, you would have gotten advantage on that.
Hell yeah. we'll
yeah,
roll
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
again.
You would have.
Roll it back.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
16.
Actually,
If he still gets me, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm pissed in that dude's boots. And I'm filling one of them with butter.
you said 16.
Yeah.
You did make it actually.
Yeah,
You did
that's
make
right.
So
Dude.
Zilgrim
Yeah,
was
so
me.
Zilgrim, yeah, you were
Just a tiny
you were
idiot.
standing pretty hard, but everyone else was like,
But
what
no
the fuck?
moss.
Fuck this guy.
No moss.
But yeah, you realize now that the effect is worn off, that you were in fact under some sort of spell that asshole put on you.
I'm gonna cut the string on his lute.
So you yelled at me for no reason.
I did. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Chet's tearing his family apart.
Yes.
I didn't even want a new stepdad.
At about that time, 2 more people who you don't recognize walk in. A halfling walks in, as does a gnome. They both walk in together. They both walk in at the same time, I should say, but not necessarily together.
Like they arrived on the same vessel, but not
Yeah,
because
they're
they
not
planned it that
necessarily-
way.
Yeah.
How
They
we
just
sort of
happened to
ended
show
up on the same vessel.
Right. Well, no. They just sort of seem to like they probably just got here at the same time.
Okay.
'Cause you're down below, so they probably caught up with one another. They don't seem to really know one another, but they did show up at the same
Good.
time.
Good. Everyone should be in a state of confusion.
Do they look like fighters?
They look like they could be. Just at a quick glance, you notice that neither of them are wearing any armor or have any weapons on them.
That's the mini fighting league right there. That's the two contenders.
the
Could
mini
be.
fighting.
I could
The
take these
featherweight.
I was
guys.
gonna say the featherweight
I
class.
could take these guys.
They both sort of look over the place a little bit, and they sort of look at each other, and then they just kind of walk down awkwardly and silently into the mix. They're sort of both just standing around. After a minute, the halfling settles up to the bar and orders a drink.
I'm gonna eyeball him.
Her, actually, you notice
her.
pretty quickly.
Oh, sorry.
Now it's creepy.
I apologize. No, I'm not gonna do that. That would be creepy.
I think you should do it anyway. You don't have a lot of socialization.
You're
you
right.
know.
You're right.
You're basically a feral animal.
No, you should make friends, bro. You notice she's wearing she's just wearing a short sleeve shirt and brown pants, but as you look, your passive perception is what? 12?
I think.
Yeah, as you look, you notice her clothes are pretty nice, though, for just as simple as they are. She's wearing a golden chain around her neck, and she's got a ring on her finger, her pointer finger on her left hand.
She's single.
It's a pretty nice looking ring, too.
Okay.
Appealing to all of Finnegan's lusts.
What are you talking about?
Stuff that's not his. He was very excited that he
You
thinks
said
she's
the
single.
halfling, she has a ring on her finger?
She does.
I'll watch you make
What does
stuff
the gnome look
disappear.
The gnome looks a bit different. Almost the opposite of the halfling. The gnome, she is wearing clothes that seem to be made of some kind of like soft buckskin or leather. She's kind of grimy. She's got bits of stick and twigs and leaf in her hair.
Feral.
Yeah, a bit feral looking.
That might be more my type.
Knows how to find squirrel berries.
She's hanging out off by herself a bit over closer to where the vendor stalls are.
Did you say the halfling was dressed in nice clothes?
Yes, the halfling is dressed pretty nicely.
Nice. Alright.
Notes.
So which one is Finnegan hitting on?
Neither. Finnegan has anxiety.
I will go over and talk to the one at the bar, the halfling,
Okay.
and say, and just I'm going to introduce myself and ask if if she's here to participate in the tournament.
All right. You sit down next to her, and you see that even though she just got her beer not too long ago, it's mostly gone already. You lean over and ask, you look over and ask her that, and she sets the beer back down, and she lets out a huge belch. And it just fucking rocks the bar for a second, and she just sort of wipes her face, and she goes, "Yep."
Oh, and could I get your name?
Oh yeah, I'm Allison Keen Spirit. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm fighting here. At 3 days. I think it's 3 days from now.
I think it's actually only 2 days.
Oh,
from
2
now?
days from now. Well, I'm here. I made it. That's good. I didn't miss it. Awesome.
No,
I didn't think I did when I arrived with her over there. I didn't get her name.
You guys got here at the same time?
Yeah. We just we were actually coming from opposite ends of the street. It was strange. We walked in at the same time, but it was weird. We didn't talk as soon as we saw each other. It's just like we knew. It was like, oh, this is the place. I'm not going to say anything because it'd be weird.
I guess it would be kind of weird.
I didn't know her.
I didn't know you either before a couple of seconds ago.
No, but I've had half a beer now.
Oh. Little chattier. Actually, I could use a beer, to be honest. Hold on a sec.
Oh, okay, yeah. She just turns hers up, finishes it, and sets it back down and says, "Hey!" 2. The bartender whips around and kind of startled and says, "All right, 2. Gotcha." And sets 2 down. She says, "So, what's your name?"
Gorna Cracktooth.
Oh, right. You told me that.
I did.
Sorry. I'm not on
And
the
it
full
seems
beer
like
end.
you've been traveling, so it's tiresome. I
This
understand.
beer's about half the size of my body, so one's
Ah.
pretty good for me. I'm gonna have another though.
That's
Wait,
fine.
this is another. You already had the one. This is number 2.
Yep, you're right. She picks it up and she just starts to drink. And she sets it back down and lets out another really loud burp. And she says, "Oh gosh, well, all right. Well, it's nice to meet you, Gorna. Have you met anyone else here for the fight yet?"
Yeah, there's a couple other people who I've seen here.
Oh, good.
Oh, and if you meet a guy named Chet the Chin, steer clear.
Okay, got it. Chet the Chin. Is he a fighter here?
He
Or-
seems like he at least wants to be,
Oh.
but he's about as icky a guy as you'll hope to meet.
Got it.
Don't
I'll
listen
steer.
to the bullshit that comes out of his mouth.
Got it. Sounds like something someone I'd hope to end up in the ring with.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to an opportunity to shut that real annoying mouth real hard.
She says, "Well, good luck. If I get in there, I'll hit him for you."
Oh, that's real nice of you.
She picks up her beer and downs the rest of it and sets it back down. She says, "Well, I'm ready for bed." And she hops off the stool and
Falls over.
Balls.
doesn't fall. She does stumble pretty good for a second. And she rights herself. Sort of puts her arms out. And then she makes her way to her room.
Nice to meet you, Allison.
You too!
Yeah, put a hand on your belly button. Keeps your equilibrium.
she had to make sure she didn't touch the nose.
That's weird.
All right.
It works though.
I don't like that. That's weird.
There's science to back it.
Weird.
Belly button science.
How do you get into that? Like, where's...
College.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't see that listed in the degrees when I was at college, or I might have
Wrong
picked
college.
that one. Yeah, I went to the wrong college,
More
apparently.
prestigious college.
Yeah, belly button sciences.
It's one of
tech.
the advanced anatomy and science
it's a
classes.
very serious
Belly
field.
button
They only
tech.
let the best of the best in.
It's that Ballarmy.
Ballarmy.
College educated.
I think it's barely even elementary educated. That'd be a stretch.
So
He's
I
got the
guess
social
I guess
skills of a
after
preschool.
that, I have a beer in my hand that I guess someone else paid for. So
She left.
oh, she left.
She just left. She just downed 2 beers and walked off.
Oh, good. So she stiffed me with the tab.
Uh,
If someone notices.
Well, so it's interesting. The bartender looks over and just picks up her 2 empty mugs and just takes them back and just starts to wash them. Doesn't say anything about it yet.
Okay, that's fine. I guess I'll go say hi to the little gnome. Or at least I want to observe what she's doing.
You turn around and she's already gone.
Okay.
Flighty.
You turn back around again and you just catch her going into a room as the door shuts.
Oh, okay.
Feral
Good to see.
creature.
Question mark. Okay then. Oh, is Moray around?
Make a perception check.
That's a 17.
You don't see her anywhere.
All right.
Oops, sorry.
Cool. Then, I suppose
Excuse me.
that is that's the end of that. What else? Anybody else got anything else to do? I'm just sitting at a bar drinking a beer.
I think
I think I'm going to join.
Good plan.
yeah, I mean, we may as well get a little drunk, right? We kind of sort of did the thing.
Yeah, we're going to... Did we already get paid?
You haven't been paid yet.
Okay.
I don't think I gave him the arm, did I? Did I give him the arm?
Yes. Yeah, I think you met him in...
Yeah, whenever we first showed up.
I think that was sort of how we got in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
A visible arm and none people behind us.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay.
Because he even had you wait there at the cage for a minute.
And then questioned us
Yeah.
about possible pursuers from the sewers. Sewer pursuers. Don't shake your head at me, little guy.
Oh, that was weird. Popped my neck and my hearing upgraded.
Oh, well, that's always nice.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Usually only happens when I yawn.
77. That's one of those cyberpunk upgrades.
So 6 fighters are now here at the Olive Pit, including Gorna. You're not sure if that's all of them or not. But it is getting close to fight time. The day is coming to an end. It's very late now. You've all had a few drinks and are starting to feel it. The grips of the night are starting to take hold. Are you all going to be staying here at the Olive Pit?
Are there accommodations at the Olive Pit?
Same room you
We
had.
have room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
same room
we've
you
got
had.
All my
rooms
stuff
here.
is still in my room.
Right. We
Yeah,
can
we've
stay
got
here.
rooms here, so I don't know why we would.
Yeah, I don't know why
Go back
I would go
topside.
anywhere else.
We
Okay.
give it the full overnight to let shit cool down before we go gallivanting the city.
Okay. So you all go to bed, and after meeting several of the newcomers, and sleep comes pretty easy. You had a really big fucking... you had a really big evening, and then you had a long day of... after being up all night, of people coming in, and then that day finally ended, and you all went to sleep. You were exhausted, and this is a nice welcome rest. When you wake up the next morning, the Olive Pit is pretty crowded. People are starting to gather in. It seems like there are a couple more new faces, people that are obviously not fighters, but seem to be rather guests here who have come in to witness the fight. It's not just the members of members of the Olive Pit. It's also people that have been invited in who you have never seen before, dressed rather nicely, rather affluent
I can
people
only imagine
here.
this sort of
It's like
thing
the
draws
Derby.
quite a bit of money.
Do we see?
Yeah,
do we
yeah.
see Dalrin anywhere?
You don't. You haven't seen Dalrin since you all went to bed.
Later, these people are going to be cheering and shaking wads of money
Can
in their
I
hands if I know anything
knock on
about street
Zog's
fights.
door?
Sure. Come in.
I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna do this.
Oi!
No, I'm not actually gonna do that. I am gonna go in and be like, hey, I gave you the arm and. Hey.
Yes, your payment. We are waiting on the rest of our payment. We got half of it up front. They get the arm, we get the other half. Seeing as it's only fair that we got half up front, how about you get half up front?
Wouldn't up front have been before we robbed the museum?
It would have been, but now it's now. Do you want 500 gold or don't you?
I guess that's fine.
He says, I guess that's fine.
He says, all right. He opens a drawer on his desk and he pulls out a sack of gold and he sets it down. And he says, do not worry, it will be paid in full.
Oh,
as
I
promised.
trust you fully. I just, business. You're a businessman.
I do, which is why I go for to give you this 500 up front in
It's
good
appreciated.
faith.
It is appreciated. I'll take my gold and I will.
If there's anything else you need, please knock again. I'll be here for most of the
Well,
day.
my friends may want their money too.
Send them in.
Okay, I'll walk out and I'll be like, it's your all's turn. I'll tag in the next person.
I'll high five him on my way. Well, like low five him on my way
Well,
through.
fair
That's a
enough.
high five for me.
So you can all mark down that you got half of the gold for the return of the arm up front, or well, now rather. You are currently waiting on the
That's
rest of the money.
500 gold.
500 gold.
I like that.
It's a lot of gold.
Can buy like 500 things that cost 1 gold.
That's a good idea.
You could.
What costs 1 gold?
Tons of stuff.
All sorts of things. The world's your oyster, bro.
Oysters cost 1 gold.
500 oysters!
We're gonna corner the oyster market.
You go to Taco Bell and get 500
tacos. Oh
goes.
my god.
I hope a taco doesn't
No,
cost a
they're
whole
like-
gold at Taco Bell.
It does though. It's 1 gold. The damn fine
Jeez, that
tacos
was-
here.
Yuck.
You're in Galen. Everything's more expensive in Galen.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that, but it's still Taco Bell.
Don't go to fucking Taco
Like-
It's also organic. It's like when you go to another country and the Taco Bells there have like better food. And
Oh, you
different
mean it's
menu
actually
items.
beef?
Yeah. Like it's
Okay.
real here.
It's
Like it
it's
says
not
There's
sawdust.
meat in the meat
it
mix.
says Taco Bell, but like it's made with real food.
There's
it's
somebody,
not-
somebody
yeah.
loves their
Then
job.
why would you want it?
It's not sawdust. Oh, you wouldn't. That's the thing. That's
Taco
the whole
Bell
point of
on
the
Charlestown
the
Road
fancy
is the
living. It's all of
saddest
this really
establishment I've
expensive
ever been
crap
to.
that no one actually
The
wants.
last couple things I've gotten there
It
have
doesn't
been
taste good.
just bad for even Taco Bell.
All of you, though, go ahead and make a perception check.
17.
17,
7.
10,
15.
9.
9. You three notice that there is a new person sitting at a table across the olive pit, but he's sitting by himself. He's a dwarf, stout, rather pale-skinned dwarf. Garuk, you recognize this guy a little bit. He looks kind of familiar, but you're having a little bit of trouble remembering from where. Make an investigation
Is this
check.
Garuk lore?
$19.
19.
Yeah, I rolled a 17.
You've seen this guy in your barracks. As far as you know, this guy's a paladin. This guy works for the same people you work for.
I am going to point that out to the rest of the party.
What did you say you rolled? A 19?
Yes, for investigation.
You recognize him. His name is Farth Ebelhan. Farthiblehan. And he's definitely a paladin of Kord. He definitely works under, he's definitely he works under Eros Draylen. He's among the ranks of.
Oh, he's a paladin? Like he's your coworker?
Yeah. Didn't expect to see anyone else here.
You want me to go talk to him?
Is that like
No.
No.
What? I can be low key. Right, guys? Come on, back me up.
Yeah, you can probably be pretty low key, maybe.
Like when you're stealthing.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah, not
I've
when
seen it before.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, talking to people is not really my strong suit.
It hasn't been your weak point yet.
Where are you all standing right now?
Oh.
And
Somewhere
are you
weird.
trying to remain hidden from Farth, or are you just?
We all just got our money
Oh.
from
No, I'm not trying to remain hidden. But seeing as I wasn't expecting it to go out, I'm also not like in full paladin garb.
Right. He hasn't noticed you yet. He hasn't looked up from his meal that he's eating, but he is at a table alone.
Well, shit. Should I hide somewhere?
I mean, if he's a fighter, then he's probably
Yeah, do you think he's...
liable
why
not to say much.
Are you not allowed to be down here?
If you're not, wouldn't that mean that he's also not?
I mean, you're looking for Fidget, right?
Yeah.
There's
So
your
you're
cover
just looking
story.
for Fidget. This seems like a pretty viable excuse. This is the kind of place you would go to look for
I was gonna
someone
say,
who
if anyone
disappeared.
asks, you could just say you're like undercover.
On assignment. Those are good words.
I think I should go talk to this guy.
Maybe you should.
That's up to you.
Tell him you're Gorna.
No.
No, please don't do that again.
I'm gonna like walk away from the party
Okay.
to a different area
Okay.
before I approach this door.
Okay.
So he doesn't know like who
You're
I'm
gonna spend a
with.
lot of effort looking like you're not putting any effort into it.
I feel like it's not that hard for me to look confused.
Yeah, what-
he doesn't look up from his meal. Like he doesn't actually look at you ever. Or doesn't
Okay,
seem
so
to
I'm
look at
probably
you.
just being extra. Well, I want to approach him and I want to ask him if he's fighting.
Okay. Yeah. You walk up and he doesn't look up from his food the whole time
Such
you approach.
discipline. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
What do you want?
Are you fighting?
I'm eating.
Are you here to fight though?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name?
Dorn Allhearth.
That sounds like a fake name.
What's your name?
Kindness.
He's kindness. Points up at the big ass minotaur standing in the doorway up by the stairs.
You just keep picking the tallest
Alright,
people you've met.
I'm just gonna be like, name's Finnegan, and put my hand out. And just kind of laugh, like I was just messing with him.
What do you want?
Just a prank.
Oh, I'm just, you know,
just a prank,
there's a lot of
bro.
new
Please
people
stop
here.
hitting
I'm
me.
just,
Are you fighting?
what do you think? I like kind of flex.
That's gonna be the deception check.
Make a persuasion check. Yeah, persuasion. He's
3.
Wait, did you roll a 1 or something?
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
He says.
How do you only have a 1
think-
on your persuasion?
He says I
I'm
think,
not charismatic.
he says, I think you're a waiter.
Oh, it was a 4. So.
Oh, it was a
Think I'm a
4.
waiter.
Sorry.
I'm offended.
I'm eating. And he goes back to eating.
I'll just leave him be. And I'll just go back to... I'm just gonna walk right back to Garuk and just be like, he's fighting. He's fighting. He doesn't seem very friendly, though.
What'd you say his name
Yeah,
was?
most paladins aren't.
He said his name was like Olaf or something. I don't know.
Dorn Allhearth.
That's like a lot.
Dorn.
Dorn. D-O-R-N.
Yeah,
Allhearth.
Dorn. His name was Dorn, he said.
Well, that's not what you said his name was.
Maybe it's a stage name.
So maybe it's not the same guy.
Or it's an alias.
It's his stage name, you know. like
He's
the Silver
aliens?
Angel and Rey Mysterio.
Aliens.
Like Hulk Hogan. His real name's
Robert.
Terry.
Yeah, it's true.
That's gonna shatter the internet when this goes live.
Andy's a racist piece of shit.
They should have already known.
So we got the whole day ahead of us, yeah?
Yeah. Sure do.
Cool. I'm finally going to get a chance to check out some of those stalls.
Sure. Yeah.
Turns
I
out
could get some
Hulkamania is just
potions.
racism.
I could also use a handful of magical items and
It's too
Yeah.
bad we're not in the ride where we
Materials.
have a friend that makes those.
Just a chunk of some guy?
no, that fits into the saddle. So you have a dragon rider as well, but you can put his torso on either the legs or the saddle, so you can have two bennies out of one. Yeah.
So you're going to check out the stalls. What are you looking for? Anything in particular?
Potions, maybe see if they have any cool magical shit, and probably take a look at some weapons.
Okay. This is not like a specialty market down here.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to be
So-
slim pickings.
Just
Kind of browsing through.
potions. Common potions are pretty easy to come by. Need some health potions. They've got that covered. You know, no problem. You need trail rations. Got you covered. No problem. Weapons. They've got a pretty standard array. But if you want to start looking into more specific items, we're gonna have to start. We'll probably have to do some rolls. You'll have to give me an idea more of what you're looking for.
Oh no, I wasn't looking for anything specific. I was just kind of browsing.
Okay. Yeah. So a lot of it's fancy jewelry, nice clothes. There's some weaponry that looks a little more ornate or ceremonial. That's really about it. That's in the way of like specialty things. But if you're looking to just get some potions, you can absolutely do that.
I need to
I
buy
have
a
a couple
potion.
things I need.
Yeah.
Is there anyone selling potions of healing?
There is just one person who just has several different kinds of bottles of various liquids sitting on their.
What do they got?
Yeah.
What are you selling?
What are you buying? Yeah, absolutely.
Kidneys.
Health potions are. Yeah, same as they've always been. Fucking
50.
50 gold apiece.
50 gold pieces.
I would like 3
Yeah.
healing potions.
Same.
I'm gonna buy one.
My potion check came out pretty good.
Actually, I'll buy 2. I'm gonna buy 2 potions of healing.
I'm also gonna buy two because I have
Easy
one.
100 gold pieces.
Mark
Gold.
down that you are.
Actually, I'm gonna buy 3 and knock me down to an even 600.
Pass those 3 over to Patrick, please. How many did you get, Gorda?
2.
2,
Thank you.
3.
3.
Can't wait to eat these little wooden discs.
I also got 3.
Please don't. For the love of God. This, you can reach behind you and grab another sleeve of those tokens out of the foam boxes. Or you just probably hand you both of them, honestly. Thank you.
That's why I bought so many off Etsy.
Wise choice.
Yeah,
I like these little tokens. They're a great reminder.
they are. They're a wonderful reminder. And as long, you just give me one when you use it, and then I give you one when you buy it. It's a really easy way to keep
Those
track.
paired with these is pretty cool.
How many did you get? 3.
I really like the little potion rollers.
The
They're
bottles
fun.
are awesome.
3.
I did not buy any.
None.
I got artsy. over
Everybody got
one
all their
weekend.
stuff.
It's lovely.
Good. Grand. Wonderful.
I also
Hi,
would
um,
like to try and find some.
Are there any other potions before you all leave here that you're looking for? Anything specific? Anything you're wanting to try? Anything you were...
Not that I can afford.
Unfortunately, not at this moment.
Okay. Fair enough. What were you looking for, Finnegan?
I need some crossbow bolts.
Yeah, definitely easy enough to find.
Oh yes, I should get some of those as well.
Yeah, they go quick.
Yep, easy enough to find. Actually, I think the price for those is in the player's handbook.
No, I bought a crossbow and then never bought the
get
bolt.
I never bought any ammo for it.
That's why.
Fanciest club I ever got.
That's right, look what I got! It's a paperweight.
This club goes whong after you hit them.
It's either like a really bad club or a really bad guitar, one or the other.
Worst hammer ever.
I think that is weapons. Weapons 146, probably. Probably look this up on my phone and make it quicker, but I didn't.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, you know. There we go. Nope, it doesn't actually give you the price. So we'll say that
And we got
they're relatively cheap.
crossbow bolts, 20, 1 gold piece.
Oh, good. Where'd you find that?
Adventuring gear table,
Adventuring gear.
page 150.
Oh, look at that. I was so close.
20
You
for
were
a
so
gold.
close.
20 for gold.
Alright, I will buy 40.
Yeah, I'm
of
gonna
them.
take 40 as well.
There doesn't appear to be any fancier version of them.
No.
Man,
Not
they
until
really,
you start getting magical.
yeah, they've
know,
really simplified
enchanted.
all this stuff
The
down.
crossbow itself is pretty fancy.
Yeah. There used to be like 3 different types of freaking arrows you could buy and stuff. I'm glad they got rid of all that shit.
It's just too much.
It's just too much.
Yeah, and if you want to do
What-
something
like
fancy, add it in yourself.
Right?
So you take a walk around the stalls for a little bit. You notice the rest of the fighters are all gathered around the tables in the bar area and hanging out. You notice that Haish is standing next to the ring while Brutish is sort of like walking on it and like checking it out, sort of bouncing on it a little bit, like stomping in some places and getting a feel for it, and they're chatting back and forth about it. Just about, how's what's the turnbuckle like? Is it nice and tight? Yeah, it feels good. Anything else you all would like to do in the meantime?
I want to tinker on Gillian's corpse at a table.
There you go.
Start putting the broken legs back together and such.
Okay,
Poor little fella.
I know. I
so
haven't had any time. We've been busy.
you
Had 2
are
days.
I was
since they got
sleeping.
back.
you're proficient with tinker tools.
Yes,
Okay.
I am proficient.
Let's see. So we are going to make a what says that? That's just a straight. So I'd say make a roll a d20, add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency bonus.
What? Okay.
It's +2.
Oh, okay.
Proficiency is
Okay.
2.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 to level 5.
5.
5. 5 total.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Wow. So,
All of my d20s are broken.
so
Busted.
you
I've used
so
a different
you-
one for every
you
roll.
sit down at a table and you
Try this one.
you dump the bag out.
I will next
And
time.
you just hear all of the pieces kind of
just
clack,
slowly
clack, clack. A couple of bolts and springs pop off and pop around.
It's
and,
just you.
The little cog sort of rolls out, and there is Gillian.
There's
and,
just sadness everywhere.
And you just let out a big sigh, and you realize that it's going to be probably a couple days of working on Gillian before he's ready again. But go ahead and mark down that you do work on Gillian for one day.
One day. Okay, I will do that. I'm also gonna quietly to myself, just
just sob a
a little bit.
I'm gonna cry in solidarity.
Thanks. Thank you.
He's the sympathy crier.
I'm a good friend.
You're all sitting around, and the day is getting long. It's starting to become the evening. Everyone's sort of been walking around and mingling a bit. Chet has been standing around looking pompous as ever. Everywhere he goes, he puts his leg up on something, the nearest thing that he can. Just always
Posing.
What a guy. What a
making
guy.
the hero
Someone should kick
pose.
him in the nuts.
No one is
Is he
talking
still,
to him.
like-
He is like even
He's
like the
just
servers
smiling
and
by
bartenders
himself.
like are just totally.
Is he still
ignoring
just like
him.
wearing his lute?
Oh yeah,
Not
oh,
playing it?
absolutely. No, not
Okay.
playing it. No, he's just wearing it.
Okay.
Do you guys think he even knows how to play that thing?
That's what I was a little bit
Second
wondering.
he starts to, I'm putting a firebolt right up his ass.
I could ask him to. I have a way with people.
That's true, you do.
No.
Gorna,
Gorna's like, no.
make a perception check for me.
As usual, terrible. That's a 7.
7. Yep.
My checks are broken.
It's
They
they
at
are
least.
apparently. I would say actually go ahead and make it with advantage because of what I'm asking you to look for.
7.
There's a 5% chance of doing that. You knocked her right out of the park.
It almost landed on 15 and then rolled back. Because
I
it
get
hit
the
wall.
fuck up.
Super cool. All right,
You wanna
yeah.
roll with double advantage?
No, I
'Cause,
don't.
that one would work. But alright.
No. It seems like it's getting to be a pretty packed house now with all of these fighters here, and with all of the people showing up as well.
So
Alright.
how many people with an event crowd?
How many people with an event
Hundreds?
crowd? No, this place won't fit hundreds of people in it. This place will fit about 200, maybe 200, maybe
That's a
150,
small crowd.
160 people in it, something like that.
Fire
So many
marshal's
marks.
orders.
Do I see Moray anywhere?
You do actually. She is out and about. Maybe
we-
she's actually talking with Dalrin right now. They're both standing out in front of his office. It doesn't look like they were very heated or anything. Just chatting.
Alright, well, if it looks like they're gonna break apart, like, their chat at any point, I'd like to try to talk to Moray.
Okay. Yeah. Eventually, they do stop, and Dalrin turns around and goes back in his office, and she starts to descend the short steps down from his office.
Oh, hey, Moray. Wanted to ask you, she's the one running the fight and stuff, right? Like, she has something to do with it? Or did I make that up in my head? Like I do?
You saw. I think
She's
what
the
you're
one that,
thinking
she
of-
was the one who came and told me about the fight.
She was your contact for the fight. And
Okay,
then you also
so-
saw that she healed someone.
That's right. She
in
did the
ring.
healing in the ring. So I know
beforehand.
she's some level of healer. Right. Well, I just wanted to ask her if, since she had kind of an inside line on anything, if there was anything she knew about the upcoming fight that she could let me know.
She says, well, all of the fighters have arrived. There are 8 of you. And it will be knockout elimination rounds. There will be no use of magical spells. There will be no use of weapons or armor. Any natural abilities that may come to you that are gifted to you by the world's blessings or nature itself, then so be it. But from the moment that you begin casting spells, we begin casting spells.
Hey, are we able to get our tattoos removed now?
Are you just walking up and asking that?
No, I'm just thinking.
Oh, okay. She
Hey, you got that laser?
Just tattoo.
she says the rounds have already been predetermined. Names are drawn from a hat, and we will be announcing fighting order on the day of the fight.
Sweet. Is there anything else you can... You just got any other... okay. I'm trying to make chit chat with this lady. Let's see here. Oh, right. I did want to ask her after the tournament if I could get another tattoo from her.
Of course.
Excellent.
We've got time today.
I don't want to go into a fight with...
That's
Unless you're talking about the magical kind, and that's not really the kind I'm talking about.
Then maybe we wait until after the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to get into a fight with an open wound on your
Yeah,
body?
fresh tattoo.
Here,
just like
here, hit me right
Yeah,
in it
oh,
if you could. Just
that
try
looks
to aim
real
for this
good.
glowing weak spot right here.
how does it feel though?
Feels
Yeah,
good.
this seems like bad or
Well,
rough
that's a lot of
operation.
blood for fist fighting. That's a lot. He punched her in the arm. Why is she bleeding like that?
Bleeding everywhere. Stuck pig
That's
out here.
crazy.
He's just blowing through the curtains.
Merlin's
Hey, I was gonna say, is that Merlin? Just,
Yeah.
Flipping his shit.
Feeling dramatic.
Like Chet's cape.
He is.
He's Chet Butterfacing out right now.
So
Yeah, you
That's
should
what
have
you
known
get.
better. You should have known
I was
So,
better.
just trying to make sure it was closed.
so while
I
all
lost a
that
finger.
while all that is happening, can I look around to see if there is a place to possibly fill out brackets and gamble on the fights?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You
It's
must
really
be a
not.
Catholic paladin with all the gambling and
It's,
drinking.
His religion's falling.
It's not hard to
He's
find someone
losing
taking
God.
bets, and the hobgoblin actually that's been hanging out around the pit. You've been told that he is he's the bookie, and he says, the bracket is announced day of the fight. So if you care to bet, you buy a bracket, day of the fight. It will have the first rounds filled out. You will then make your guesses and return the brackets to me before the start of the fight. Closest wins the pot.
Awesome.
So it's not betting on fights. You have to bet on.
Yeah,
The
it's the
It's a bracket.
entire.
You're filling out a
Yeah.
bracket because it's a bracket style fight.
Okay.
So they'll just have you fill out. They figured easiest way is have you fill out rather than betting odds. They'll just have you fill out a bracket. You win a pool.
Underground Fight Club, baby.
Don't talk about
Too late.
Underground Fight Club. Do I see the little gnome with the dirt in her hair?
The feral little creature.
Actually, make a perception check.
Oh, these have been going great. Fucking never mind.
She doesn't seem to be around. Yeah.
Poor Gorna.
Rolled a 5.
it. Really bad at looking at things.
Yeah, maybe I need glasses
check,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
But you did real well whenever it didn't count.
Sure, yeah, it's the story of my fucking life. All right.
As you're looking around, you notice that Moray hasn't left your side yet. She just is sort of standing there next to you, looking out across the ring and everything.
What's up, Moray?
Oh, nothing. Just enjoying myself.
It is kind of nice in here, isn't it?
It can be.
So how long you been doing this?
Oh, I've been employed by Dalrin for, I think it's been 6 years now.
So it's like a long-term employment kind of thing.
My skills fit certain job descriptions better than others.
Got it. I think. Maybe I don't got it.
Tattoo shops don't do well.
It's a small-time thing.
Crime does, though.
I can see that. Seems like crime happens a lot.
It does in Galen. This can be a profitable city. Legitimately or illegitimately. It's a decent place to make a home.
It seems like an alright town. One of these days, I'll have to come back.
Please do. She turns around and she goes into Dalrin's office.
Yeah, awkward small talk achieved.
Chit-chat achieved! And at about that time, you turn back around and see someone very familiar. A very large grin comes over your face as a very big toothy grin comes over his. And you see Fashar,
Oh shit.
who is currently arguing with Kindness, standing at the top of the stairs. And Fashar sees you, and you see him, and he smiles, and Kindness sort of looks at him and turns back and looks at you, and as Kindness turns to look at you, Fashar sort of pushes past Kindness and holds his arms out, and he says, did you think I'd miss it?
What the hell are you doing here?
I had to come back. I had to see it.
You came all the way down here?
Of course I did.
It's a long trip.
It's
What-
worth it.
Are you fighting?
No.
You just came here to watch.
Yeah, of course I came here to watch.
Well,
You're
alright.
gonna win.
Oh, sure.
You're gonna win.
No pressure at all.
No, Coral. No. No.
Hey, I've met the competition. They're no joke.
No.
Well, at least a couple of them aren't. At least one of them is.
He says, "Oh yeah, which one are you thinking is the biggest pushover?"
Have you run into Chet?
No, I
Chin
just got
yet?
here. I've just been arguing with a big guy.
I'm just gonna point out. Is he standing on something right now?
Oh yeah, knee is up. His chin is pointed. His eyes are shut, and he's just.
Does he just straight up like stand around posing?
Oh yeah.
Like all
I'm
the time?
imagining
Just
like,
like-
a 20-foot gap of no people.
Oh,
around
absolutely,
him.
it's
And
vacant.
he's just like smiling.
It's
by
vacant
himself.
around him. Yeah.
Ooh.
He goes,
Best I can tell.
"Oh boy, this is gonna be great."
I'm not sure. There's gotta be more to him than meets the eye, or he wouldn't be here, or maybe he's just here to get turned into dust. I don't know.
Look, not that I'm saying that it's always a bad thing, but some people get here through favors. Okay, you got here through a favor.
It's true.
Maybe he also got here through a favor. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Haysh Ross is here too.
Oh,
Haven't seen that guy in a while.
yeah. Yeah, good luck with that one. I don't wanna fight
Yeah, I don't. He's big.
He's big. He's real big. He'd push me down.
He pushed me
He'd
down.
push me down.
He ain't that big.
Hey, watch out for his clothesline. You know
Yeah.
that one I gave you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him give one like that.
Oh, he's pretty tall. Maybe I'll duck under it.
Try. He's tough.
That guy's losing his mind out there.
Yeah, is Merlin okay?
I
Did
know
you
why.
give him the GABA pen?
He hasn't had dinner yet.
He hasn't had dinner yet.
So
Oh no!
he's saucy.
He's freaking out.
Oh, he's at full sauce.
Full sauce. Oh no, Merlin's
Where's
at
my
11.
food? Ha-cha-cha-cha. Running around. Where's my food?
My toes feel like they're in
For
danger.
sure says, "Well, come on,
Might
let's
be.
go get a drink."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
At
let's
least
talk.
one.
What have you been up to? It's been so long.
Yeah, it has.
What has been going on? You've been training. You've been doing good. How long you been down here?
I've actually only been down here for a few weeks. It took a while to make my way all the way here. I don't know how long it took you to get here, but I ended up bouncing around with all these, and I'll point out
All these.
all these
Random
compatriots of mine.
Are we in the immediate vicinity?
Are you? They're at the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm absolutely
Sure,
at the
yeah.
bar.
Okay.
I was at a table.
Yeah, I'm just like
Yeah, I'll probably set with Zilgrim.
I'll
just
give
Okay.
working on something.
I'll give him the run.
So you two are probably over here
There's
at a table
cogs
nearby.
just all over the table.
I'll give him
Sprays
Cogs and
shit.
tears.
I'll give him the rundown of who's who.
Okay, cool. He says, wow. Bludgeoneers.
The Bludgeoneers. Yeah. It's
You know, that would make a good tag team name.
Oh wow, it really would. Hmm.
There's your man.
I'm your number 2.
You
Finnegan.
look like a number 2.
Come on, hit him!
Actually, you might
twist.
be. Yeah, you might be a
You
great
want
tag
the
team
twist.
partner as long as you only provide flavor from outside the
You'd
ring.
be
You
great.
never get
Hear me out.
tagged.
Manager.
I like it.
There you go.
I'm good at managing things.
I had a feeling.
If
I
the
had a
personality is big but the muscles are not, manager.
You set-
Mouth
Do I-
South Jimmy Hart. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like,
Just carry Gorna's ladder around.
right?
Oh my
I
god.
throw the chair out onto the ring.
You're right, yeah.
Can Zilgrim and I hear this conversation going on?
Oh, yeah, you're sitting close enough that you can hear everything going on. And yeah, actually,
I'm gonna-
Fashar looks over and he says, that guy looked a little more like a tag team partner.
Yeah. Garuk's no joke. That guy can easily hold his own in the ring. Not
Hey!
interested so far.
You wrestle? And he does. He makes a little, like, he's got, like, you know, he's got kind of clawed hands and, like, his claws sort of pull out and, you know, go in and out
Yeah.
as he does it. He goes,
Is this guy
I'm gonna stand
Yeah.
up.
yeah. He's got he's not wearing a shirt. His wrists up to his arms are wrapped, Bruce Lee style almost, and so are his legs down to under his feet, about halfway up the foot.
So
he's
looks
wearing.
cool as shit.
Oh fuck yeah!
He's a Qatari?
He's also. Yeah, oh, that's right. He's a Qatari. He's not a.
Oh,
he's
no,
not
he's
a
a
tabaxi.
lion.
He's a lion.
He's like-
he's a
yeah.
Qatari. So he's a big lion mane and everything. Yeah, he's super cool looking.
Not one of those.
He's super dope looking.
Alright, well, I'm going to stand up and walk over and say, well, I've never wrestled, but I'm no stranger to the fight pits.
He says, no, you don't look it. Well, if you ever want to wrestle, give us a look up.
Garuk, this is my mentor, Fashar. He taught me everything I know. Well, at least a few things that I know.
Still can't teach you how to duck a clothesline.
Not well. I'm tall. I don't go under things. Very good.
You guys can see that Garuk is very interested.
Mostly, he's just, for the most part, he just sits and talks. You all sit and you chat about wrestling, some of the old glory days, some of maybe almost like talking to a parent, and he's got some more embarrassing stories about Gorna. You know,
I want to hear those.
Yeah, he's gonna spare her, you know, her dignity or big fights coming up, but you know, he's got one or two. He talks, you know, a lot about training and you know what he likes to do, and you know some of the exercises that he and Gorna do, and some of the fighting styles that he's interested in. What are the rest of y'all doing? I know you're working on. What are you two doing?
Oh, I'm
I
listening.
was about to say, I'm fucking
I'm
pounding
listening
back
and
beers
hang
and
out.
absolutely
I'm taking
enamored in the
mental notes.
stories.
I'm doing push-ups when I get back to my room later.
So,
Inspiring.
Fully inspired.
Fashar.
I'm ready to go kick Chet the chin in the nuts myself.
finishes up with some stories, and
He has them on full display.
He does.
I
He's
know,
got
I
them
really-
wide open there, shining
It's like
it
a
in your
Fleetwood
face.
Mac cover.
Fleetwood Fleck.
You're pretty certain there's a cod piece in there, because there's a bulge that doesn't look very natural.
Probably the chastity cage.
So you all drink up, and the end of this day comes to as you all are finishing up, and Fashar says, "Well, it's probably time to get some sleep, considering you know tomorrow's the big day."
Tomorrow's the big day.
Friends, it is wonderful talking with you, but I am drunk and very sleepy. So good night. And he stands up and heads back to his room.
I'm also drunk and sleepy.
Not drunk, but sleepy. Yes. Little drunk, maybe.
Yeah, should have did what I did. Munch all day.
Lunch all
I
day.
find it's far cheaper if you just drink.
Oh, but you feel like shit.
You get a big full belly, you catch a buzz quicker.
Yeah, but the hangovers.
You don't worry about the hangover because you just sleep until it's gone.
Or
Duh.
in your case.
I wish hangovers still went away while I slept. That'd be cool.
Well, you're older than 22, so that's out of the cards now.
Yeah, I miss being able to drink until 3 and then be up by 8. That was cool. That's neat shit.
Hey, all of you go ahead and make perception checks. No, you know what? Make just straight intelligence rolls for me.
Great.
Yeah, straight intelligence.
Wow.
13.
I have
Also
the
13.
highest intelligence at the table. I got a 6.
15.
18.
18.
I am fucking
So you
drunk
three,
and
just by sheer numbers,
dumb.
you are not really. You just haven't been paying attention. You have no idea how a tournament works, or really have ever cared much until this very moment. But the rest of you and Gorna, you know from being in tournaments before, that counting yourself, you've only seen 7 fighters.
It's true.
That doesn't really much work out for a bracket style tournament.
Well, Moray said there was 8.
We just haven't seen.
So there's someone hiding.
There's someone else.
Getting hyped up in the bathroom.
Yeah, he's listening
Pump
to
themselves
Lose
up in the
Yourself
mirror.
by Eminem.
Yeah.
Fucking bad.
100%.
Mom, spaghetti.
He's got spaghetti all over him right now.
Oh no.
He's like complex
Hey,
cards.
if there was a
complex
dropout,
cards.
Vomit on
if
his
there was a
sweater
dropout,
already.
Garuk will 100% volunteer to replace them.
A mystery fighter.
So far you.
Dun dun
It's
dun.
Mr. Game & Watch.
So as the night is winding down,
As long as it's not Ness.
everyone seems to be going on about their way. Garuk,
Yes.
you by the time you go back to your room, start to settle down, a little bit of time goes by, and a letter slips under your door.
I read it.
All right, it says. Oh, excuse me. It says Garuk. Meet me near the sewer entrance.
Romantic.
Ooh. That's
What if we
suitor.
kissed at the
Sewer.
entrance?
Sewer suitor.
I guess I'm going to the sewer
It's
entrance.
just a
Okay.
rat.
You,
It's just a big rat with a heart-shaped candy box.
How you doing, sweet thing?
some flowers.
Why does it sound like Stardew
so,
Valley?
um,
For some reason. Just a rat by the sewer with a
So you
heart.
make your way over. You get over to the sewers. Make a perception check.
This rat's gonna be so sick.
Perception, that's a 21.
21.
You're
So you get over there and you notice that standing in the shadows, over kind of tucked behind the sort of protruding entrance, is Farth Evilhan.
Dorn.
He says, "What are you doing here?"
I could ask you the same thing.
I was sent here by our commander to infiltrate this place. Apparently, these people have the ivory arm that was stolen from the museum. Do you know about that, by the way? Where have you been?
I've been on a mission.
Yeah, well, okay, sure, yeah, we're all on missions.
We're all on mission.
What the fuck? What are you doing down here?
Commander Draylen said I'm not allowed to talk about my mission.
Commander Draylen says a lot of shit. That's why I'm here.
He's being very lawful
He
good right
really
now
does.
about his
Look,
job.
listen.
Can't talk about it.
Doesn't matter. Tomorrow during the fight, I'm going to disappear and steal the ivory arm. Do you know how to open this door? He points at the sewer grate.
Do I know how to open that?
You know that Dalrin keeps a key on him.
I'm just going to say I think there's a key somewhere. I don't know where.
Okay. He says, yeah, I was worried about that. I'm going to have to do some extra searching around. Look, I could really use your help. If you could meet me during the fight tomorrow over here. 2 heads is better than 1. We can get that ivory arm and we can get out of here. There's promotions in it for both of us, which means pay raises for both of us. Plus, we both get out of here and we don't lose our heads. We're in a den of thieves.
I'm a
Not to mention, run by the guy who is direct competition with the family of the man who runs our garrison.
I'm going to look around to see if anybody else noticed us having this conversation.
Make a perception check.
That is a 14.
14. No, you get a good look around, and it's pretty empty. There's 1 or 2 vendors that are asleep at their stalls, rather than taking a room. But the vast area is pretty empty. You don't seem to see anyone watching you.
Okay, I'm just going to turn back to him, give a quick nod.
Okay. He says, meet me here, right here, tomorrow, during the fight. And he begins to make his way back around. Tries to nonchalantly slink off back to his room.
I would do the same, taking a different path.
Okay.
I will also, once I get back to my room, write a letter about, or a note about this. And being as stealthy as possible, slip it under Dalrin's door.
Okay, you're going back to,
Sell out your coworkers.
you're going,
Yeah, that place is corrupt
so
as
you're going
fuck.
back to your place, writing a note, and then coming back out and heading to Dalrin's office and slipping a note under his door?
Yes.
Okay.
I am going to sign it so he knows it's me, and I'm going to explain like the entire situation.
Okay, gotcha.
And let him know that he thinks that I'm on his side.
Gotcha.
That's what I would have done.
Okay. You drop it off and you go back to your room and you lay down and you begin to fall asleep. Suddenly you hear, as you're just about to fall asleep, you hear let me make sure I got this right. I've got a limited number of things I can say here. You hear my. How quickly bad news travels. We must do something about this. Quickly and quietly. Help him get the arm. It's in my office. I will be waiting.
Do I get to send a message back, or
You can try if you like. You can. You hear it in your head, but
Attempt
that's
telepathy.
about all you
Yes.
got.
I'm not sure how message works.
Yeah, I know. Neither is Garuk.
So I'll just say understood.
Okay. So with that, sleep comes to all of you, and no more interruptions throughout the night. No more strange letters, no more messages in your heads. Yeah, except for Quidrin, who spends about 4 hours doing that, and then paces for a little bit.
I read my spell book.
He reads his
All
recipe
pacing.
book and reads his spell book.
Are you practicing your thieves' cant?
Are you cooking?
touching his butter
you gotta
pouch.
teach it to me first.
The next morning comes, and it is the day of the fight. You are all up maybe a little early, especially Gorna, who might be feeling some butterflies in her stomach.
Yeah, definitely
About
up
this.
early.
It is the dawn of maybe the most important fight of her career.
Has the bracket been announced yet?
The bracket has not been announced. It is you are just waking up and stepping out of your rooms, and it has not been announced yet. There, you can smell breakfast is still being made. It's pretty early.
Then I'm gonna go have some of that.
That's
Yeah, you gotta get a little bit of
oh,
breakfast.
absolutely. So you all gather around, and as you notice,
Mash heaven.
all of the fighters seem to be doing the same. And you notice that Kindness isn't standing up by the door. He's down, sitting at the table
Kindness
with
is the
several of the fighters
Yes!
Oh my god!
as well. And
Oh boy.
and with that, we're going to take a quick break
Holy
before we
shit. It's our
begin
buddy.
and announce the roster.
That's phenomenal.
Okay. So, as you all are sitting around eating, you hear from the hobgoblin. The bracket's been announced. All those placing bets come by a bracket.
That's my cue.
Alright.
I'll buy
I'm
one.
probably into it, yeah.
We'll have goals.
I'm not super good at sports, so I'm gonna probably copy off someone
Better
else's
Warner.
paper. Well, I was gonna say, but like the other ones, I don't know where to place them.
don't
Just
know.
guess.
Because I don't know those people. But no, I'm taking Gordon to the end. That's what support is.
That's
So,
what friends are for.
you approach the hobgoblin and he says, "Alright. Brackets are 100 gold apiece. Winner takes all."
I'm gonna do it.
Put 100 in.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Alright.
I never spend my gold, so that'll be fun. It's true. I had unless I was buying the upgrade for Gillian, I really don't.
Well, I guess. Also, I'm not gonna be the lame one.
Okay.
I really wish I remembered to bring glasses. I'm glad I don't need. Yeah, that could be a real help.
Mine are dirty as hell from the garage.
What's your prescription?
I don't know. I haven't been to the optometrist in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Who's been working so far?
You all can feel free to copy down the roster yourself. That is the roster. Those are the fights that will be happening. Those matchups are in no particular order, however.
Okay.
So just because Gorna and Chet are up at the top does not mean that they will be fighting first. They are just the fighters who have been paired against one another.
I love that.
The chin. Hopefully it's a weak chin.
stacked roster, boy. 8 fighters and a douchebag.
Which one's the douchebag?
Chet.
Oh shit.
No, Chet's the cool guy. Chet's a Chad.
Big Chad.
Chet's
I do need all of you that are filling out rosters to turn them back into me, however.
Yes.
I wanna
Your
do
rosters
this
have to be filled out to the end.
I will-
Oh, if we were doing... Okay.
Yeah, we're doing rosters. So
Right,
fill-
right. Well,
so-
I
so
thought we
yeah.
were doing brackets, so I needed to know what the fights were going to be.
We'll just have to.
That's it. Those are the fights, and now you're guessing from
Pick
here
the
on
winners.
out.
Those brackets.
Those are the
designate
brackets.
fights.
Gorna and Chet are fighting. You're guessing the outcome of that fight.
Oh, okay.
That-
So the
yeah,
first
it's-
2 and then the second
All
2.
I did was fill out the first
matchups.
Yeah, the first matchups. Your job is to fill out the rest of it.
Can I borrow a sheet of paper from someone?
Yeah, here, absolutely.
I need a paper, but I'm not gonna like. Technically, I'm borrowing it because I'm gonna hand it back to you, but like it's my
Yeah.
paper. Once it's mine. Once you hand it to me, it's no longer yours.
Paper. Who else needs paper? Paper.
You're like a teacher.
Paper. Paper.
You're doing it in such a teacher way.
Paper. Who needs paper?
I mean, to be fair, I held up
I
my
am the
hand like a
dungeon teacher.
student immediately. Like, who needs one? I'm conditioned.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to
All
break
right,
that.
one I can hand back to you.
Should raise your hand.
Listen, I was filling out my bracket
Yeah,
that I didn't understand because I'm a little stupid.
I'm sorry. Do you need a page?
I'm not.
You're not filling out?
No.
You're not gonna bet?
You're not voting for yourself?
No.
No one-
Pete Rose
no one
yourself
said-
out of the
no one
fight
said, Hey,
league.
look, no one said you can't bet.
No, I'm good.
Alright.
Seems like bad luck.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I get that though.
I'm trying to
I'm gonna
decide
spend
how
a
I wanna
little
write
time
it
with
out.
my idol.
Okay. Okay. Are you gonna spend some time in your room?
Yeah.
Okay. So you how do you
Here's your
spend
copy back.
time with your idol?
I just talk to it. I just kind of sit there and talk to it, I guess.
Okay.
I'm just writing the names of my guests for the winners. That's
Um,
of the fights that you showed us. That's my guess of who's gonna win each fight.
And then you got to keep going.
you gotta
You gotta
fill
go
out-
till there's one.
Yeah, it's a bracket
like a basketball bracket.
like a basketball bracket.
How do I know who's fighting who after the first round?
It'll be
The winners of those fights are paired up just in the order
Yeah.
that they are.
yeah. So like
Oh, I
if
see.
these
So
ones
this is
win,
right
like
then.
these two are next, and then these two.
So I did this right then. Like I wrote in the right order, I guess.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, I
Merlin.
realize that they are going to have to be in the
Merlin.
order that they
So
are
this
in.
would
You
be
can't be the
fucking
strongest
irrelevant.
fighter, Merlin. Though I know you want to be.
Merlin.
You gotta be the strongest lap cat.
Strongest lap cat.
That's your current role.
Yeah, I was mistaken when I said they wouldn't necessarily be in that order. They are already in the order that they are.
That's
going to be
what
fought in.
messed
Yeah,
me up.
I
You
screwed
said
that
they
up.
won't necessarily
that
be
is
in this
how
order,
the
and I was like, well,
bracket- that
then
is
what
the-
order are they
Yeah,
in?
yeah, that was my bad.
Okay.
That is the order that they are in. I forgot I had already decided all of that.
I did name the idol, by the way.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Something other than the name it gave you?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of close.
Okay.
It's Essie.
Essie? Nice. I like it. All right. So yeah, as you talk with the
It's
Does that
Essilus,
look
right?
better?
with the idol a bit. Yeah,
The
Essilus.
okay, I just
Yeah.
want to make. I wrote it down, but then I was like,
Yeah.
"How is that pronounced?" I'm glad I got it right.
So you sit and you chat with it for a while, and after a minute of talking with it, you stare at it and you sort of start to get tunnel vision, and the statue starts to glow, and you hear it start responding to you in that almost hissing sound that you heard before as it spoke its name to you.
Done with mine.
It shows,
Sorry.
Yeah, fuck your
I
moment.
was just having really fun. That was a sentence I said.
and you hear it say to you,
I was having really fun.
"Win. Strength through me. You will fight."
I will
And you
fight.
will win.
And I will win.
Zoomies.
Need to find you some Adderall.
All right. With all of the brackets returned,
So, once I get done
Oh, you got merman.
talking
Cool.
with Essie, yes, I have a little guy here, a little angry man.
He's gonna help you fight.
He is the spirit of fight.
Pretty good at that.
He's not magical.
I'm gonna go ahead and
He will bite you.
stash my armor, which I guess actually I wouldn't have had that on today anyway. It would just been street clothes. I'm gonna swap into my wrestling gear, which is like a green singlet. It's a darker shade than my skin. And some armlets.
By the way, I
Okay.
remember what I put down.
So you get ready for the fight, and you hear over some sort of, it almost sounds like a loudspeaker, and when you look up, you see that there is someone standing in the ring with their finger pointed at their throat, and they say, "Contestants, get ready."
Fuzzy little guy.
Our first bout will be Gorna Cracktooth and Chet the Chin Breesley, and you hear the crowd. It is time for both of you to enter the ring.
All right.
I have to find Chet amongst all of these motherfucking idiots.
I'm already at the side of the ring going, hit him, hit him.
I was about to say, I'm literally standing just out of Gorna's corner,
Yeah.
going, Chet sucks. Chet
Is this going to be using
sucks.
grappling rules, or is this some
Is
other
Chet still wearing his
thing?
flute?
So this is
That might be considered a weapon.
Oh yeah. I assumed it was an accessory for him.
so the way this is going to work is that this will work the way normal combat works for the most part. You will each roll an initiative,
Okay.
and then you will each take a turn going back and forth. You can describe what you would like to do, however you would like to do it. If it does involve grappling the other person, there will have to be grapple checks made. But if it is just a regular attack, then that is perfectly okay here, and perfectly well accepted. So you will be just making rounds of combat like normal until one of you either gives up or falls unconscious.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
So, I'm gonna enter the ring.
All right, yeah. You step in, and all of your friends start to cheer for you, and you can hear the crowd all cheering. And there's quite a few people in here, 160, 180, maybe even 200 people, all standing around right now. And you look over and you see Chet standing there, and he doesn't even see you. He is looking at the crowd. He is waving. He is soaking every single bit of this in. He's waving like he's doing the Princess D wave. He is like, yeah, oh yeah.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna take a couple of
The
a
people's
couple of
chin.
hard swings at the turnbuckle. Not anything like actually impactful. Just a couple of good
You
mock
turn around
swings.
and you take a couple of swings, and you notice as you hear, "Oh, well, hey!" You look down, and Fashar is standing there next to the ring in your corner. He says, "Always going to be in your corner."
Hey, just making sure they still work.
That's right.
Good to have you.
Good to know. Get out there and kick this guy's ass. I hate this guy.
Gladly.
God, I hate this guy. I had a room next to him. You can hear him through the wall. Doesn't stop talking. Ever.
Ever.
Break his jaw, please.
Break his jaw.
Break his jaw.
I'll do it.
So,
You know what? I don't want to hear him talk at all.
yeah, I don't think you do. So the fight begins. The announcer says, the announcer has announced both of you in, and he says, "Let the fight begin." And he steps out of the ring. The announcer is Dalrin, by the way.
Oh.
It sure is. He is facilitating this. He is hosting this. He is also announcing this fight. He is not refereeing. It doesn't seem that there is a ref in the ring.
That's
But
bad
there are
news
people
for
keeping
Chet.
a watch on the ring for the use of any sort of spell or anything like that is not, or a weapon that is not permitted inside.
I'm going to look around for Farth.
Gotcha. You definitely don't see him in the immediate vicinity. You think he may already have headed out to the place where you're supposed to meet him. Gorna,
Oh, I'm
roll
sorry.
initiative.
I'm just gonna keep spinning. That's my
Well.
bad.
I'm sorry for having knees.
20.
Okay.
Good.
He will go first.
Oh.
21.
No, that's all right. Now you know how to react to what he does. That's all right. You got this, Gordon.
Hopefully his first move isn't
Yeah.
talking.
He's gonna buff himself with an ego stroke.
Ooh.
I don't think he's
okay,
going to
so,
stroke himself in the ring.
He is
If that's what's happening, you kick him in that.
he's gonna
Hard.
look,
The inappropriate.
he's gonna step forward.
Inappropriate
He's
ring
gonna
behavior.
go, "Aren't you just so lucky to be in the ring with me today? This is surely going to help out your credibility. You know, I've been wrestling from Taldore to Wildmount. I've wrestled in the plains. I've wrestled beyond the plains. I've wrestled with demigods and fae." And
Okay,
he
I'm
begins
just
to
gonna
go
hit
on
him.
this long spiel. He seems to be, and then he turns and he starts chanting to the crowd and regaling everyone with, "It's your turn."
I'm gonna hit him.
I'm gonna.
Actually, I'm gonna rage and then I'm gonna hit him.
Okay.
That was really
Finish it.
So,
Hand me that T-Rex.
so this guy starts just going on and admonishing himself and just basically filleting himself in front of this entire crowd. And you've just had enough of it.
All right, let's go
You
with.
just hear Fashar go, "Bryce, break his jaw already!"
We're gonna go with a double. We're gonna do the claws, and it's reckless attacks.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Reckless attack. You'll get advantage on your first attack. He'll get advantage on attacks made against you after that.
Yes.
Okay.
Better than that. 6 plus.
Plus your strength modifier.
It's just plus my strength raw, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
plus
that's
your
an
plus your
11.
proficiency bonus.
12,
Because
13.
everyone's proficient with
Right.
unarmed strikes.
13.
13. 13 hits.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. Roll damage on that first one.
Boo. 7 just my strength modifier.
I'm sorry. Well, so you won't be actually. Do you have claws? Are you dealing a claw attack?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you'll just
It's
deal your
1d6
normal.
plus 7 damage.
Yeah, you'll
So
just deal your
that's
normal
8
claw attack.
8 damage.
8 damage. So yeah, you he's going on and on and on and on. You get 2 attacks, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your second one.
Shed his blood. Shed his
That was a
blood.
wild ride.
That was 17.
17. 17. You don't get an advantage on the second attack with reckless. Just the
okay.
first attack made. But yeah, it still definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah.
That's 15? No, wait. 6 plus 7 is
13.
13.
13. 13 plus what was the first?
The first one was
Yeah,
8
eight.
damage. So that's 21.
21. So you walk up. This guy is going on and on and on. And he turns around and he starts talking to the crowd and he's fucking going at it. His hair starts to flow a little bit. The little that's hanging out, his cape starts to billow a bit. And you turn, you're just watching this getting angrier and angrier and angrier. And you just slowly start to morph into this raging, scaled beast. And you approach behind him. And as you rear up, we're gonna cut to Garuk. What are you? What do you got going on right now? You're looking for.
I'm gonna.
You're looking for Farth, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
step back away from my
What a ride,
group.
Mitchell. What a ride.
Okay.
And- start to make my way over. I'm gonna see if Dalrin notices me.
Dalrin's eyes are pretty well focused on the ring at the moment.
Okay.
But you do manage to find Farth pretty easily. He's in the spot where you all met last night.
Okay.
And he says, "Are you ready?"
Yeah.
All right. Follow me. And he leads you around the side of Dalrin's, and he says, "All right. You didn't happen to get a key, did you?"
I did not.
That's all right. Come with me. And he leads you around, and he tries the door, and the door opens. Just sorry. Come on. And he steps inside, and he shuts the door. You are now inside. Dalrin's office with... Do I have a gnome or a dwarf out? I don't have a dwarf out at the moment.
That's all right. We have a handy dandy tackle box full of NPCs.
I've probably got one in here somewhere too.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Personally, I prefer the Snackle box.
I love Snackle box.
Snackle box.
It's pretty. It's
Or
pretty
charcuterie board.
Yes. Adult Lunchables.
So-
Snackle box.
You both make it in. And he says, "All right. I think I know where the arm is."
I just nod.
All right. So you follow him, and he goes and he reaches up for the door, and it's open. He says, "All right. This is Dalrin's bedroom. This is where the arm is." He starts to push the door open. And as the door opens up, standing on the other side is a purple tiefling.
Most unfortuitous.
Dalrin Bordeaux. Right at about that time, you hear a muffled scream. Back in the ring, Gorna, you are welling with rage. You are almost literally frothing at the mouth. And this guy is just going on and on. "I will surely be the victor here today, and every one of you can count on it. Me, Chet the Chin," and you swing as he turns around, and you catch him twice across the face, and he just lets out, "Ah!" And he goes down and crumples. And I mean fucking crumples. Like, you think you may have killed him for a second.
Oh no.
And the crowd goes silent.
I'm picking up Finn, like waving him up in the air and shit.
This guy is now just sort of a bloodied, crumpled heap of what you can tell now being close, very cheap, nice-looking clothing, and plastic jewelry.
He's gonna feel that in his chin for a while.
I am very upset that Garuk missed that.
So when he hits the ground, Gorna just throws her arms out and just screams for a second. It's just screams, and then she has hands again. And her eyes kind of uncloud and unglaze, and just throws her arms up.
You hear a voice in your head as you throw your hands up and begin to change back, and it fades almost as you change back, and it says, "Congratulations." And that ends our first fight.
And I've got a perfect bracket.
I'm pretty sure at this point everyone
I was gonna
does.
say, so far I
So-
think we're all doing good.
back inside,
I am excited to see how the rest of it plays out.
Garuk,
Because I chose some things.
Chet got fucked.
you
Oh, I think you did the same bracket as me, Patrick. Like the exact
are
same.
currently standing between someone you work with and someone you work for.
Shoo.
Oh, I've already decided to take this temple down for its corruption.
And Dalrin says,
Is that what's going on?
faith is a funny thing. Especially where you put that faith. He says to Farth, anyway. Are you going to do anything?
Not yet. I will just be standing in between Farth and his exit.
Okay.
Uh,
Farth turns around and looks at you and he says, shit, we've been made. Ah, get him! And he goes to lunge at Dalrin.
I feel like this is the wrong move for him to make. Just got this.
Unfortunately, he thought he had
Dang.
a friend.
He's gonna get stabbed in the front and the back.
Yes, he is.
He's gonna lash out since he is unarmed and dressed as a fighter. He is going to attempt to hit Dalrin.
He's gonna try to punch.
He sure is. He's gonna try to punch Dalrin.
He's gonna try and punch that classy man in his
It's
own
always the
room.
quiet, classy ones you gotta watch out for.
Yeah, especially if they drink milk. Why is
And
that
he
so
does.
scary?
He turns
is it
around and he
scary?
swings and he catches Dalrin right in the chin.
Ooh.
It splits his lip a little bit.
Oh.
And Dalrin looks back and his eyes flame. And as they do,
Hellish rebuke.
he casts Hellish Rebuke. He
Yes.
does.
Oh yeah, he's a tiefling, isn't
I mean,
he?
do any of you all have the card for Hellish Rebuke so I don't have to look this up by chance?
Is that a
I think it's in here.
warlock?
Okay, sick.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I don't.
Yeah, it would be in my arcane box.
It's a sorcerer spell.
Oh, it's in the arcane box.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I was just looking at
I do
that.
have a
It's
rebuke though, and I
just a
forgot
spell.
to use it the one time I've been hit so far. 'Cause
So-
it's only happened once.
What happened?
Oh, I said I have Thunderous Rebuke, but I forgot to use it the one and only time I ever got hit because I've only been hit once. So
2d10
Wasn't on my
fire
mind.
damage. All right.
Yes. That's why I was.
As a reaction, right, to getting hit, isn't that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just so you can do this.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
just a tiefling.
you just get that.
Before you get
As a
done rolling
treat.
that,
Yeah.
I was looking at reckless attack. It says that you have to decide to use it before you make your first attack,
Yeah.
but it gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn. So
Oh,
if
during
I get
this
2, it
turn.
would be
okay.
on
I thought it
both.
was just the first one that you made during that turn.
I thought it was the other way, but I went and read it because I figured you were right, but it's not. So
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. He'll
I
take
have,
16
the martial
fire damage.
And, actual cards over there.
as,
if you wanted to go through those.
as,
and then you can just have
Dalrin's
the cards
eyes
out for
light
all your
up
little special
and,
rules.
it
oh, does it have all?
bursts into some
I'd
flame. and
need
his,
the ones from
his-
this too.
his
It
but
should.
arms
I'll
go
check
back
it out
and,
and see
he
what
looks
all,
pretty fucking hurt.
this is Sasha's, I think. Yeah.
There wasn't one done for Tasha's, but there is one on Etsy that I'm looking at picking up.
Yes,
Somebody made their
that's,
own.
Yeah, Gale Force 9
Just
just
really
cards.
give you-
And
Oh,
then,
cool.
No, I just
before
wanted to
they
make sure he
actually
can do it
release
one more
their
time if he
court
wants
issue
to.
Between them and Wizards, so they cut the contract and fulfill
Yeah, that's
done
now.
already,
It would be your
which
turn,
led up to
technically.
Xanathar's, but not
Alright.
to
If
Tasha.
So
wanted
he
to do
just
anything.
got
So Tasha's
fucked
is
up.
the-
Yeah, he sure
Yeah,
did.
that would be better eventually.
And he
because,
is
like
flamed.
right now, everything I have is like right here, and I don't have to worry about any of this. And then everything
So
else
guess
I
who's
have is
getting
right
stabbed in
here.
the back?
Right.
So
Oh, all right.
eventually,
Literally?
Yeah.
yeah,
go
my
ahead,
really
roll for an
idea
attack.
about those.
Yeah, literally.
What do you have there? A
Literally
knife.
stabbing you in your back.
Actually, it's a long sword, but yes.
Oh, okay. Close enough.
Fuck. I was one off. It's a I rolled a 19. So
19. It definitely hits still. Go and roll damage.
Fuck, it was only a 19.
You get advantage to hit, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Because you're flanking.
oh yes.
Yeah, you're flanking with him.
still
You
have
get
He's
a
a
got a
chance.
full belly, so he's better now.
That one was only
Not
a
really
13.
better, but, you know,
Like,
Okay.
as better as he can be.
Full
Yeah, it still
belly
hits
and
anyway.
Gavipenton to
Yeah.
turn him into Slug and Cat.
He likes his little mustache twirled.
Yeah, he puts up with it really well
For
when he's
someone with
drunk.
such long, prominent, like, whiskers, he's really not
14.
that weird about them.
Huh.
Yeah.
14
Really
damage?
was
Yes.
Oh yeah, you get him right in the back, and he
Oh!
he looks back at you and he says, "What kind of mission are you on?" And he slumps over,
Damn,
dead.
that was sad.
Oh. You were
Oh, hey,
zoned.
that's good for my bracket. You know what I'm saying?
It's good from a bracket. So that is
Can't lose a fight against the dead guy, I'd hope. Not
So,
the great
uh,
Herschel.
Dalrin looks up at you
His name's
and he
H.
says,
Not really.
"Thank you."
Just said the letter H like a
He
British
touches
person.
his lip and he
H.
says,
H.
"It could have gone better." Oh, and he turns and he walks over to the window and he says, "I thought I heard a scream. I'll be right back." And he snaps his fingers, and as he does, he appears in the middle of the ring and he says, "The winner of today's fight is Gorna." Or not today's fight, this fight is Gorna. And he holds your hand up. And the crowd cheers again. All excited. You happen to notice, because you're standing so close, there's a little blood on the corner of Dalrin's lip.
Oh.
Uh,
I barely have time to even
and
register it.
he says, "All right. And with that, it is time to introduce our next two fighters." As you two, as you leave the ring, and another, I always forget her name.
More.
Moray walks over and she lays on hands, and Chet gasps.
Lizard.
He stands up and he just runs out of the ring. He heads up the stairs and he begins to run, and he's gone.
as all this is happening, I'll make my way back out to the ring.
Okay, you leave. As you are getting ready to walk out the door, Dalrin snaps back in. Before he does that, though, he announces the next two fighters, which he says. He stands in the ring and he grins a little bit. He says, "Hey, Shiraz." And what was his fucking phony name?
Or Dorn.
No, his phony name.
Yeah.
Barth Eibelhorn?
No.
No.
Dorn
Dorn
Allheart.
Dorn Allheart.
Allheart.
Thank you.
Yes.
Dorn Allhearth. And he waits. And he looks around. Dorn Allhearth? Has anyone seen Dorn?
He's
The
got
crowd-
cold feet.
The crowd looks around.
No, it's a phony.
Needs to
The
give his
crowd looks
nuts a
around and he
tug.
says, "Well, then I'm sorry, by technicality, Heish, you move on to the next round."
Woo!
Our next two fighters are going to have to be then Allison and Nix. Please come to the ring. And about that time, he snaps his fingers and disappears and reappears as you are about to leave his house. And he says, "Would you be so kind?" And he gestures to the body.
Yeah. Get rid of it?
Please. Or not personally, just help me.
Yes.
You help him lift the body up, and he kind of signals over towards the fireplace. Towards the
Oh
fireplace.
my god.
And you're standing there, and he sets the body down, and he goes, "It's gonna take forever to clean the blood out of all of this." And he leans over and he pushes on a stone near the wall, and the fireplace slides forward and reveals a trap door. He opens the trap door and he says, "Just hoy it on down."
Yeet.
And you do, you push it on down and it just slumps down into there, and he shuts it, and as he shuts the trap door, the fireplace begins to close back again.
It's horrifying.
So,
Secret oubliette underneath the fireplace.
And
Got that
he,
monster from Star Wars down there.
he dusts his hands off.
Why did I think I could spell oubliette? That's hilarious.
Oh.
How many oohs are in that word?
Oh no. Hole in building. Underground.
Body pit behind fire pit.
So,
Y'all know what that means.
the
Underline it so you know.
Next
It
two
means
fights.
something.
our next
It's the
fight
only way I
begins.
can
It is
tell.
the halfling that you all had met previously.
Allison.
Allison is fighting. She also happens to be fighting the gnome who she showed up with.
No, I want to see the gnome one this one.
Nix.
Both of them.
Little
F-
feral one.
After a seriously harsh and seriously close fight, both contestants looking very rough. Nick's Badger Rider is able to strike multiple times with
Badger
lightning speed, while Allison Keen Spirit lays heavy blows that hit like trucks.
Wow.
Both fighters look rough by the end of it, both bloodied and bruised, but neither one seeming to want to give in the fight. When all of a sudden, at the very end, Allison Keen Spirit delivers a left hand that seems like it hits like a ton of bricks, and Nyx goes down and does not get back
shit.
up, unfortunately.
My bracket.
Yeah.
Allison
Just
Keen
broke my
Spirit
bracket,
moves
bro.
on.
Did we all write the same bracket?
I think so.
Look at us, the hive mind.
We're about to split our money back out.
No, mine is different.
Oh, okay. I was making some hard choices on it. Same train of thought, though.
So, with that, Allison will move on. And Dalrin will come back to the ring. What a fight indeed! We haven't seen a knockout blowout like that in quite some time here. But I have a feeling that this next fight will not disappoint. Please welcome to the ring Brutish Barash and our very own Kindness. And sure enough, the Minotaur, who has been standing guard the whole time.
I'm just like belligerently screaming for him.
I'm
Steps
screaming for
over.
kindness.
Into the ring, snorting, and already
Yeah, boy.
hoof going. He looks angry.
Hell yes.
He looks enraged.
Give him the horns!
And immediately, as soon as Dalrin leaves the ring, almost Dalrin poofs away in a wisp, and through the wisp immediately comes charging Kindness. Horns down.
Fucking
and
damn right.
head
Center of the
forward.
ring dominance right there,
And
baby.
absolutely
That's
That's
lays
points on the scorecard.
Just shoots him out the other end of
Barrage.
the ring.
down.
Ooh.
And as he stands back up, he lets out this roar that engulfs him in a wreath of flame.
Whoa.
Brutish Barash begins struggling and scooting back to his corner. And just the split moment that he has, he lets out a roar of his own, and from his mouth spews a cone of fire. And through the cone of fire comes bursting Kindness yet again, with whited eyes, crushing Brutish Barash against the post. He backs up again, Brutish Barash standing and gasping for air. Standing up one more time, wiping his mouth, not done yet. Back comes the bull, and this time happens to miss.
Oh no.
Brutish steps out of the way just at the very last second, and all of a sudden you see Kindness smash the corner post as it bends and cracks, almost shattering off of its post. The ropes, you can hear tension in them as they bend back and almost snapping and fraying on some spots. And Brutish then stands up, and as he turns to Kindness, he takes advantage of the situation. As Kindness removes his head from the turnbuckle, Brutish takes advantage of the opportunity and gives Kindness one big dragonborn knee to his large pierced nose. Blood spurts from it as Kindness goes back, and you can see Brutish sort of rub his knee a little bit. You can tell it hurts. So even though he's a gold dragonborn, he can breathe fire. It hurts being close to Kindness with this large wreath of flame surrounding him, but it just seems to only anger Kindness even greater because he grabs hold of Brutish and he picks him up and just begins to slam him into the ring over
ultra-violence
and over and over, and he drops him. Brutish sort of tries to scramble to his feet, and well, if you've ever seen the way a bull does a rider after it throws him into the ground with his horns, that's sort of what's happening to poor Brutish at the moment.
He's getting gored.
He is not doing well, and the fight is called and waved off, and you see several people begin to cast spells at Kindness in order to get him to stop. And we're going to have to roll a couple of rolls.
That guy's
really
scary.
quick.
Jesus, what kind of fucking barbarian
More
is
like
he?
anger.
Berserker.
He seems to be raging quite hard, and these spells don't seem to have much of an effect on him. And you hear Dalrin say, "It's time to do it." So
Pull out the blow darts.
Dalrin snaps his fingers and scoops up Brutish. He appears, apparates into the ring, and scoops up Brutish, and he says, "Kindness, it's time to stop." And Kindness turns and look, and the wreath of flame flares up once again. And he snaps his fingers one more time, and he says, "All right, time to do it." And down on top of the ring,
Cage match.
crashes a magical cage, a barrier, as Kindness begins to thrash and rage. You watch as the ring begins to splinter as he stomps, and the posts begin to crack. The ropes split as he
No, he's having a good time.
as he is raging in there.
Just trying to open the pit up.
And the crowd begins to stand as he starts to bash against the sides of the cage, and the sides of the cage begin to spark and arc with magical effect. And I have to make a couple more rolls.
This is the coolest shit I've ever seen, and I am also terrified.
I'm standing, but that's because of the sheer electricity in the room.
I've never felt more safe in the whole
Dalrin says, "Please, everyone remain seated. Believe it or not, it's not the first time. We have it under control. Just remain where you are and everyone be calm. And this will pass. He will be calm. I promise none of you are in any danger." As Kindness is thrashing about inside of the cage, the flames extending somehow past the cage at points. They seem to almost shoot between the holes, the holes where the magical cage creates the square holes there. Flames, they almost reach some of the crowd as they back up. And after a solid minute or so, he finally does start to calm down. And the flames recede. And he is left standing in the middle of a ruined ring.
Jesus, I'm terrified.
I'm going to lean over to Gorna and say, "You're so lucky you get to fight him."
I'm gonna be lucky to survive.
About
I'm
then,
going to ask
the,
if you need help
the
stretching.
cage dissipates. And the crowd starts to kind of back up a little bit because the cage goes away. Dalrin speaks up again. He says, "It's all right. The fight is over. Our winner here is kindness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will all reconvene tomorrow for the next round of fights. Thank you all very much. With that,
Hell yeah.
the crowd begins to disperse from the ring and mingle amongst themselves. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.